In this video, I'll be showing you a project that I'm currently working on called PMAP. Now, before I go into the software features, let's talk about the hardware. So PMAP stands for Portable Modular Audio Player. And the modular part comes from the fact that we have separate battery, processing and communication, and DAC sections of this. So each of them is connected together using the Raspberry Pi's 40-pin GPIO, and it's based around the P-hat form factor, popularized by the Pi 0 line of microcontrollers. So what makes it modular is the fact that ideally in the future, you should be able to switch out whichever module you want in order to get better or different performance. So at the moment, the current the current hardware stack I'm developing on uses a Waveshare UPS-C as the battery system, a Pi 02W as the processor and communication system, and a Pirate Audio headphone DAC as the DAC, and screen and GPIO buttons. But let's say in the future the 03W comes out and it's compelling enough for me to want to switch. Ideally by then the software support will be there in the PMAP project for me to be able to just unscrew this, remove my 02W, put in a 03W, screw it all back together, load the appropriate software, and have it work. So that's the idea of the project, to make it a very modular player. Same goes for the DAC. If I find a better quality DAC or one with a nicer screen or anything like that, same goes for the battery, I should be able to switch these out and have the software support to be able to just do so. So let's go into the actual features. So the user interface is powered by these 4 GPIO buttons, which come from the Pirate Audio headphone DAC. So the first one up on the top right relates to the battery. So if you tap that, you see some stats about the battery, and that also gives us 2 buttons, shutdown and reboot. And if we go back, looking at the bottom left, we see the AirPlay icon. So PMAP supports AirPlay, or AirPlay 2 actually. Press the button, that switches to Spotify Connect. And currently at the moment, Bluetooth support, which is in active development. So this build that's currently running is a dev build of the PMAP software. So what's cool about the AirPlay support is that, if I am not mistaken, this is one of the very few, if not the only portable system you can get that can give you completely lossless audio over Wi-Fi. So I guess in this way, it may exceed some other things, some other sort of DAC form factor devices on the market. So that's quite cool. So anyway, let's go into the settings menu. So in the settings menu, you can adjust the rotation of the screen. So if you wanted your device to be in this form factor or like this, you should be able to, and then the buttons will just work depending on the orientation. So the first one is rotation, then Wi-Fi network. So you'll be able to see what your Wi-Fi network is, what your IP address is. And one other cool feature is that if you tap this button on the right, it'll actually create a Wi-Fi network for you to connect to in order for you to perform setup of this. So you don't need to do anything crazy on this tiny screen with only 4 buttons. You'll be able to connect to it over Wi-Fi. And right now it only supports setting up the Wi-Fi username and password, but perhaps in future we'll be able to offer more features like perhaps setting up a DSP or something like that, you know, over that Wi-Fi hotspot that's there. So I'm going to go back, and yeah, it lets you adjust the brightness. Bluetooth is still work in progress, and it gives you a temperature chart of your CPU as well. So this project is currently in active development. The Bluetooth and as I said, the Bluetooth feature is experimental right now. AirPlay works fairly well, so does Spotify Connect, but there's still a lot of work left to do on this project. Because it's portable, one of the main things that I need to work on, or myself and the other contributors in the GitHub repo need to work on, is having a better battery life estimation and also making this entire system much more efficient so that the battery life can last longer. that and Bluetooth support and other support, as well as in designing an enclosure for this and a cool method of charging it, will be things that need to be worked on in the future. So yeah, if you have a Pirate Audio headphone DAC and a Raspberry Pi 02W, right now the UPS hat is optional. So if you have the top two components, you can definitely jump over onto GitHub. There's a single click installer for you to just paste in your terminal, and it should install this PMAP software for you. Try it out, raise issues if you see anything weird happening, or if you'd like to contribute to this project, definitely do so via GitHub. So hopefully I'll give you guys an update on this in the future. But for now, thanks.